become a priest. And this is in what is called the Aaronic priesthood. That's not the erroneous priesthood, it's the Aaronic priesthood, okay? Then, if you're considered worthy, and most young men are, when you turn 18, you become an elder. Now, isn't that funny? You're an 18-year-old elder. You know, you can't even shave yet, and you're an elder. But anyhow, that's how they do it. And then when I was in the church, they had two levels above that. They had a 70 and then a high priest. And usually you didn't get the high priesthood unless you were made a bishop or something. So I became an elder, and my wife and I went out to the Salt Lake Temple because, you know, we wanted to be married for time and all eternity. And this Druid fellow years earlier had told us that we would achieve one of the most ultimate occultic initiations inside of that Mormon temple. And so we went to that temple, and we were married for time and all eternity. And bizarre ceremonies. I mean, nothing that you ever experience in the Mormon temple or in the Mormon church ever could prepare you for what happens in the Mormon temple. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later. But anyway, so here I am. You know, I'm in the temple, and we had a very interesting thing happen because both my wife and I have been given certain keywords and signs and tokens by the Druids to let people know in the church where we were at and, you know, what we knew and all that. And so by using some of those, we got an audience with one of the 12 apostles of the Mormon church. Now, this is a big deal because, you know, these are like at the very pinnacle of the Mormon church. They're right underneath the prophet. So think of them as being like the second tier on the pyramid of Mormon authority. And we sat down with this guy and shared with him some stuff. And he bore us his solemn testimony that the things we were telling him about Lucifer in the temple were true, and that Lucifer was indeed the god of the Mormon temple. So we thought we were in the right place, you know, because here we were, you know, we'd gotten rid of most of our occult stuff, except we had been led to believe that the leadership of the LDS church were some sort of sorcerers or witches. And so we felt it was still okay to be a white witch. And apparently we were right, because here this guy was telling us that Lucifer was the god of the Mormon temple, and he was one of the 12 apostles. So we went back.